You can start.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Udip Chawla, Project Manager, IISER Bhopal. Welcome once again to the ICE series of Entrepreneurship Talk, where we invite prominent speakers nationally and internationally. As you know, ICE, Innovation and Incubation Center for Entrepreneurship, IISER Bhopal provides space, awareness, networking, and mentorship for the success of startups and promotion of entrepreneurship culture. Without further delay, I would like to introduce Dr. Amjad Hussain, CEO ICE, to further brief us about the speaker.
Thanks, Sudeep. On behalf of ICE and everyone, I welcome today's speaker, Mr. Arpit, to deliver a seminar today. As most of you know, that ICE is conducting various seminars and workshops and lectures to promote entrepreneurship and innovation culture at the institute, and also to sensitize the community towards entrepreneurship, not only in the institute but also outside IISER Bhopal. Since IPR play a very important role, most importantly in deep tech startups, and it has been also very well established that startups with a very strong IPR portfolio are valued at a higher valuation. So we thought that we should invite someone who has hands-on expertise with IPR, not only with the management but also with the IPR filing, starting from the application till patent is granted and management of the patent. And we thought that Mr. Arpit Jain, who is working already in a patent office, will be a right fit. So Mr. Arpit is working as an examiner of patent and designs at the Patent Office, Mumbai, with Government of India. He primarily deals with examination of applications filed for IPR, and his field of expertise is electronics and telecommunication, but he deals with variety of patents. He completed his Bachelor of Engineering in the field of electronics and telecom in 2015 from Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore, Madhya Pradesh, and he has been working with the Patent Office. So I welcome Arpit on behalf of ICE and on behalf of the entire student and as well as the faculty community, and I'm sure everyone is eager to hear him on IPR and how IPR is important for young entrepreneurs as well as startups. Arpit, please deliver your lecture.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Amjad Hussain, Dr. Udip sir, for providing this opportunity to the students to learn about IPR. So let us start. So I am giving you the awareness program under a NIPAM mission of Government of India. NIPAM stands for National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission. We are giving the awareness program to 1 million students, and including school and college level. Now, when we talk about intellectual property, what does it mean? What does it mean by intellectual property? So IPR is, you can say, a collective term. A collective term is there, and you can say for intellectual property right. We can say IPR as a intellectual property rights. Intellectual property means the legal rights which result from intellectual activity in the field of industry. Just like you all are there. You will be either you are working on projects on industries, with the industries, or in collaboration your institute might be working, or you might be joining the industry. So here comes the intellectual activity in terms of industry, scientific research, literature, or any other artistic field. Intellectual property rights are like any other property rights. They allow creators or owners of patent, trademarks, or copyrighted works to benefit from their own work or investment in a creation. Now, when we talk about intellectual property rights, then it is not something that is tangible. They are intangible. You cannot touch them. They are intangible. They are creation of mind. What does IP mean? Intellectual property. Just now I said creation of mind. So whenever you are working or you are dealing with some intellectual property, you will be having some creative ideas and expressions. You will be having some ideas, you will express them. And that is called as creation of human mind. And that will be having commercial value. So the main reason of this seminar today is that a lot of people work on intellectual property rights, but they don't know how to protect them. Because after protecting them, they can earn in number of ways, in terms of commercial, also in terms of their academic. Intellectual property is an asset. It can be bought, sold, licensed, exchanged, etc. like any other form of property. Fine. Now, there is a proverb called as imagination is more important than knowledge. So what happens if you have imagination and if you don't have knowledge, then also it won't work. And if you have knowledge and no imagination, it will also not work. So you need to have a combination of both. So what happens, what we do whenever we are inventing new things, whenever we invent new things, what we do, man is having some problem. So man invent new things. That's how we invented. We can take a simple example of a fan. I will show you in the patent slides that how there was a machine was there to rotate the fan. Now we have electricity. So when man thinks that there is a problem, they apply their knowledge, they read the literature, they apply the knowledge, they think innovatively, they start imagining, and that's how we get intellectual property. And when you get intellectual property, it is a solution to your problem. When we talk of patents, then you will be having some model or some instrument or whatever, a small screw till the rocket science. It is intellectual property. Next, intellectual property are of various categories. One is patents, second is designs, third is trademark, fourth is geographical indication, fifth is copyright. Now, sixth is semiconductor integrated circuit layout design, and seventh is protection of plant varieties and farmers' rights. That is under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. So when we talk about patent, we can discuss in a small, you can say 1 or 2 lines. Then we will discuss later on in detail. So patent is something that is having technical advancement. Something was existing there, okay, but you were thinking and you are thinking now that something better can be done. So that is called as technical advancement. Okay, you can invent a new thing, but it should have technical advancement. So whenever we talk about technical advancement, it will relate to patents. When we talk of design, it is outer appearance of an object. Just like I am having a mobile in my hand and it is having some pattern on its back cover. So you can see there is a stand also. So these are what outer features of a product. The pattern is there. So the pattern, shape, size, configuration, these all the things come under design. So whenever you design a new thing, you should register with Government of India. Third is trademark. Whenever you people are might be working with startups or might be having idea of having a startup in future, you might be having a thinking that we will have a startup. So what will you do? You will always be thinking that yes, we should have one name so that people will know our company by that name. So you can have a trademark. Okay, suppose 5 students from IISER Bhopal, what they do, they want to open a company, so they can have a trade name, ABCDE Designs Limited, like that. So the people will know your company by that name. Their product will be recognized. That's why there comes a, you can say, term called as trademark for trading purpose. For opening a company or for establishing an organization, you want a name for your company. You want to get recognized so that people will know your company by that name. Fourth is geographical indication. Okay, geographical indication means geographical speciality of a region. Speciality of a region, you can have example Agra ka petha, Chanderi sari. These things are geographical indication. Kashmir saffron. Fifth is copyright. That is aimed towards protection of original authorship of any literature content, any sound recording or music, films, that covers under copyright. Next is semiconductor integrated circuit layout design. What is happening that I am giving presentation on this laptop and you might be having a different laptop. You know, there is something called as ICs. They work inside these electronic devices and these IC layouts differ. That's why our devices behave differently. And what happens? Company register their IC layouts because if they register, nobody else will copy it. If somebody is copying it, then they can go for legal action. So that is the advantage of registering an intellectual property right. Whenever you are inventing new thing, you are working on patents, design, trademark, geographical indications, or copyrights, any work you are related, you are working on any intellectual property, you should register them with Government of India so that you can protect and you can earn commercially or you can earn academically. Next, how we create an intellectual property. Suppose 5 students from an institute, they are using institute resources, they are using the faculty, they are using the devices, instruments of the, you can say, of a college. Now these are the resources. They are applying their brain, working for, you can say, months or years. And now after putting their lot of labor, they are developing something called as intellectual property. Why there is a need for IPR? Technologies are changing rapidly. We are inventing new things because our needs are changing. There are investments in research and development production. Marketing have become very high. In the era of digitalization, there are high chances of creative ideas being stolen by the third party. What is happening? A lot of, you can say, stolen thing is happening. People are stealing others' intellectual property rights. So you must know how to protect your intellectual property right. Okay. Industries are also very competitive nowadays. These are the reasons that we need to know what is intellectual property right. Objective. What is the objective? There is moral right and economic rights of creators. Moral rights they have with them, economic rights, the commercial rights. To promote as a deliberate act of government policy, creativity and the dissemination and application of its result, and to encourage fair trading, which would contribute to economic and social development of the country. Moral desert theory, according to John Locke, the fruits of a man's labor belong to him. Means if the 5 students of your institute are working tirelessly on something and they don't get the output, somebody steal their idea, somebody have stolen their idea, then it is, you can say, all their efforts are in vain. That's why it is said, always protect your intellectual property. Next, we will discuss first copyrights. Copyright is a legal term describing rights given to creators for their literary, artistic. Literary means you can relate it may be books, okay, it may be research papers, artistic, musical and dramatic, cinematographic works like films and sound recording. You will always see on books, and you will always see on when you see a movie, you will find a C inside a circle. This is what copyright means. Nobody can use the content of that creator without his or her permission. That is the power of registering your work. So a copyright gives the creator of original work exclusive rights to it, usually for a limited time. Copyright may apply to a wide range of creative, intellectual, or artistic forms or works. Copyright does not cover ideas and information themselves, only the form or manner in which they are expressed. Related rights includes the rights of performers, producers of sound recording, and broadcasting organizations. You know, a lot of singers perform on a stage nowadays. You know, whenever they perform, they take the permission of what? Of the original creator who have written that song or who have performed that song. So all these, whenever you see some broadcasting is happening by another channel, they will always write credits to this news channel or this sports channel. Why this is happening? Because they are copying the content of others, and that's why they need permission. They are showing you the content of others, so they need permission. So whenever you register your rights, you can better utilize them. What is covered by copyright? Literary, books, films, dramatic, any drama related work, musical, it may be sound, artistic works like paintings, sketchings, and sound recording work. It also includes sound mixing. Whenever you are mixing sound of some other person, sound creativity of sound of another person, you need to take permission. Sir, I am mixing your content with this one. Are you giving me permission? You should receive such permission in written or on email or whatever the way is. Or you might be having an agreement, but you should always take permission from the original creator. Literary work, it can be book, newspaper, question paper, catalogs, dictionaries, lecture if reduced to writing, computer software, computer program, lyrics of a song. Next is artistic work. Artistic work may exist in the following forms: drawing, including maps, diagrams, plans, or charts. You know, a lot of people sell their paintings on different e-commercial websites, and they are a lot. So why? Because they have worked on that painting, or they are creating that painting by involving their brain, their time, so they can run commercially. But nobody can. You can say if somebody is copying their content, then they can approach legally, okay, against them. So that is the power of registering your work. Also, work of sculpture, engraving, advertisement, posters, industrial and engineering drawings, photographs. These come under artistic works. Now, musical work. Whenever we talk about musical work, then they may exist in the form of graphical notation, sound recording. Dramatic work may exist in the following forms: play, recitation, choreography, people do, dumb show, fiction writing, script or scenario of a cinematographic film, like these. Now, broadcasters' rights that we were talking about. Broadcasters' rights are those rights which having a broadcasting organization. Okay, the broadcast could be a television broadcast or a radio broadcast. Example, in a program like Antakshari, the producer has all the rights. However, GTV, which is broadcasting this program, has a right on the broadcast of this program. Nobody can broadcast this or interfere in the broadcast of the program without G's permission. Okay, and for that, the broadcasting rights, you get the protection for 25 years. Performance right, the protection is for 50 years. Actor, singer, musician, dancer, acrobat, juggler, conjurer, a snake charmer, one who performs a circus act, puppet show, person delivering a lecture, or anyone who makes a performance. The protection is given for 50 years. Now there is a example that you can read, that the ad interim application was made in the course of a copyright infringement litigation filed by Mahesh Vajinath Rao against Yashraj Films Private Limited and others. The contention of the plaintiff herein was that he had created and registered a literary work titled Abhineta in 1997, and that Yashraj Films fan infringed his copyright on the same. The court denied and gave a judgment. What? Court denied ad interim injunction on the grounds of delay, and that the plaintiff could not provide details as to how Yashraj Films had access to the plaintiff's work. So this happens whenever there is somebody is copying. You can have a legal approach. That's why we say better register your rights, so that you can have a better enforceability. You can have better enforceability because you can have a better protection whenever you register them. Type of works: literary or dramatic work. So the owner will be author. If there is a musical work, the music composer will be the author, owner, and the first owner and the author. If there are artistic work other than a photograph, then the author will be artist. Photograph, the person who is doing this photography, means photographer, is the owner. A cinematographic film or sound recording, producer. Any literary, dramatic, musical, or artistic work which is computer generated. Now, you know, a lot of students, they do what, you know, and a lot of people, they create their own tunes, recordings. So those who create them first, they are the first owner or the author of that work. Now, there is not so much fees for registering your content. For literary, dramatic, artistic, or musical content, only 500 INR. For artistic works, 2000. Sound recording, 2000. Cinematographic film, 5000. That is the way you can register your copyrights. Now, how we process your application when it comes to our office? Application received at Copyright Office. Okay, we will do formality check. There will be some waiting period. We will scrutinize your application. We will check if there is a discrepancy or not. The content is genuine or not. If there is no discrepancy, we will give you approval. If there is discrepancy, we will issue a letter to you. You will reply to us. We will do hearings, and then we will decide finally your case, whether your content deserves a copyright or not. So this is our examination process, and this is almost same for all the copyrights. We always check, we always scrutinize, we examine your application, we check for discrepancies. If there is no discrepancy, you get the approval. If there are discrepancy, we will communicate to you. You will give us the reply. We will have hearings scheduled to come to a judgment whether we can grant or refuse your content, like that. Industrial designs. Industrial design is the ornamental or aesthetic aspect of an article. It may consist of three-dimensional features such as shape or surface, or of two-dimensional features such as patterns, lines, or color. The design serves as a tool for product differentiation and lures customers by enhanced visual appeal. The design is something that may always will make a visual appeal for you. It becomes a kind of IP to be protected. Industrial designs are applied to a wide variety of products of industries or handicraft, watches. Whenever we talk about our home, then our sister and mother, they will talk about the design, jewelry or fashion design, and other luxury items. Even this mobile cover having some design. So these are the designs, and the companies register their design. Why? They register their design because nobody else should copy them. If somebody is copying and they have registered already, they can approach the appropriate legal authority. That is the way you can protect your intellectual property. The whole seminar is about you need to register your intellectual property. Okay, when you register, you can protect them better. If you don't have any, you can say registration, then it becomes a little difficult for you to protect. Industrial and medical implements, houseware, furniture, electrical appliances, vehicles, everything. Even a small clip, or you can say glass, a glass is there, and the design of a glass, they also vary from company to company, and company register their design so that no other else will copy. Next, industrial designs. Now you can see on your screen, you can see that number of bottles are there, and they are of different shapes. Different companies register their different designs. Even you can see the design of different tablets or mobile phones you are seeing. So what is this all? The companies register their designs, and you know there are a lot of cases sometimes when one company charges other that you are copying my design or you are copying my features, the outer appearance features. So industrial designs relates to features of shape, configuration, pattern, or ornamentation applied to any article by industrial process. Should be new or original and not previously published. Should appeal to the eye. That visual effect it should create. Design is always creating a visual effect. That's why you prefer this design is better or this design is good. That's why you say always they should appeal to your eye. Does not include mode or principle of construction. Next. Now you can see a picture from 3 Idiots movie, and now you can see the different design. Okay. Then again you can see the milk bottles. You can see a different design. Coca-Cola bottle is there, different design. The bicycle shown in this slide, it is having a different design, and the bicycle at your home might be having a different design. So what is this? Different companies register their design. Why they register? Because nobody else should copy. So whenever you will go into industry, or whenever you will go to any you can say platform, okay, any industrial platform. So what you will do? You will be working on different designs. You will be creating new shapes or new patterns. So you should register them, because you are at this junction. You might already be working with some startup or in collaboration with some startup with your institute, or you might be going in the industry. You should always be thinking about that. How should I protect my intellectual property rights? Because you are involving your time, your brain, your resources in that, and you are the person who should get the benefit. What is the benefit of registration? You can open in an industry, you can sell them by your name, you can have a trademark for your company, like that. So if you see a design, then there is also called as set. Sometimes what happens that set means a number of articles of the same general character. Hello, are you getting my voice?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Fine. So set means a number of articles. Sometimes what happens, a set of articles having a different design. Like this sofa set that is shown in the slide, it is having a different design, but the sofa at your home might be different. So different companies register their own design. The jewelry set is shown here, and you can say the cutlery set is there. The cutlery set that is shown in this image might be different than that at your home. So these are the differences you will find in terms of design, and different companies register their designs. How we process your design application. Whenever you will file, you will accept your applications at our 4 offices: Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata. Okay. Or if you file electronically, digitally, if you will file, it will go directly to Kolkata. We will do the digitization if you file physically. Otherwise, if you file online, then it's okay. We will do again the same thing, scrutinizing your application, the same part, because we are giving you the rights. We are registering your rights. That's why we will always scrutinize. We will do examination, we will do the registration, then there will be publication and post registration. Next. Now, there are some requirements like, just a minute. This requirements of a design application. You can always see application fee is there, rupees 1,000 only for individual. Suppose a student want to apply for a design, so he or she will fall in individual category. Now there is a startup or a small entity. Okay, they will also file under rupees 1,000. But there is some company, they will have to file under 4,000 rupees. And there is called as something called as Form 1, and this Form 1 will always be almost same for design or patents. This will contain your basic detail, your name, okay, your priority data, signature, date, your address of service. Then two sets of representation also required, illustrating various views of article, because you are getting a design registration. So various views will be taken of your article. So you will provide us various views of your article. Power of attorney is always required. Okay. It is required in those cases where you are not representing yourself. You are appointing an authority, some person, that you please represent me. Then you need a power of attorney. Otherwise, if you are filing individually, no need of power of authority. Then assignment document is there. Form 24 is there. So these are the basic forms that you will require during the design filing. Now we will always take the perspective view. The novelty resides in the shape and configuration of the teapot that is shown in the slide. You can see the teapot is there. And what is the novelty? Novelty will reside where? In the shape and configuration. Now you can say we will not focus on anything like any mechanical or any other action of any mechanism, whatever, or any principle of construction. We are not bothered about that. In terms of design, we will always be looking on shape and configuration, not on the process of construction. That is how you get the design registration, and you will get the certificate after you get your design registered. So whenever you are creating new designs, or always you will be creating, if you are creating some model, the technology part will come under patent, but the outer construction, the features, the outer appearance will fall under design. That is a magic. You can see that you can create a product. The technology part will get the patent, and the outer appearance, the look of the product will get the design. So you are having two intellectual property in a single product, and you have to register both in different application. If you are having two intellectual property in one product, you have to register them differently. The outer appearance or the design part will be registered different, and the patent, the technology part will be different. Next, all registered designs are published in Patent Office Journal. Particulars of the registered design are published along with one or more best views of representation. This is how an example is given. I will share the slides, and you can all see how the details are shown in this figure. So many articles you will find you are using. You can see on at your home. Many articles will be having these marks. Either there is something called as written registered, or REGD or RD. What is this? Means they are registered. Nobody can copy them. If somebody is copying them, you can take a legal action. That's the, you can say, idea behind protecting the intellectual property right. Now you can say how we process your application. So you will get the reply. You will file your application. You will get the reply. Okay. And you will get the first examination report. You will get the examination report from us. You will scrutinize. You will provide a report. You will reply within 6 months. And if you want more time, then we can extend it by 3 months. So you can get a 9 months to reply. Okay. Term of design is there. You will initially get you will get your design registered for 10 years from the date you file. Then it will be extendable by 5 years. So that is the way that you can protect your design, and that is the term for your design. Now, if you want to renew after 10 years, then you should file such request within the 10 years. Request for restoration of lapsed design to be filed within 1 year from the date of cessation. If you want to restore, then you should file such request within 1 year from the date of cessation. Trademarks. Trademarks and service marks are distinctive symbols. No two company will have a same kind of logo. They will always be different. Why? Because they want the people, the customers, so that the people will recognize them differently. If they start, they cannot copy the logo or the brand name of others. If they are doing this, then the other company can file a case against them. That is the way that you can protect your company name, your trade name. So trademarks and service marks are distinctive symbols. They are distinct, that help the consumer. That's the way you distinguish between competing goods or services, and are a major part of the goodwill a company does the trade. You will find a lot of things. Just a simple example. You can say Adidas is there, and you will find a copycat. You can say Abibas. So this is what trademark violation, because the mark is not distinct. The trade name is not distinct. Rather, it is distorting. So some company may file the original company can file a case against such person who are misusing their name or distorting their name. A trade name is the name of an enterprise, which also individualizes the enterprise in the minds of customers. Next, trademarks you can always identify. You will see a right symbol. You will always get the feel of Nike. Whenever you see 3 steps in a triangle, you will find what? Adidas. Whenever you see this animal within the black box that is shown, you will always find what? It is Puma. So like that, you will find MACD is there, or Indian Post. There is always you will find Indian Post at your home. You will find this symbol always. Okay. So like that, a sign capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one enterprise from those of another or other enterprise. Now, what type of trade name you can have for your company? You can have a brand name. Suppose 5 students want to open a company from your institute. What they can do? They can have ABCDE laptops. Fine, this is your brand name. Now you want a tagline. Put a tagline: laptops at best quality, laptops at best price. You can put a tagline. You can have a certification mark. You can have a sound mark. Like Britannia is having a sound mark, ting ting ding, or Airtel is having ting ding ding ding, ting ding ding ding. What is this sound mark? These are also registered because they give a customer the feel that this is the company. Airtel tune is this. This is Britannia tune is this. These are just examples. A lot of cartoons, if you see, and you will find this lion roaring of MGM in them. So logos are also there, combination of colors. Just like LG, you can say there is a logo, there is a G, and L is put inside with a dot. So this is what a logo. Then olfactory, smell, scents. Okay, moving marks also there. So these are type of trademarks that you can have. Now all these are examples. Collective marks. You can have one or more than one marks. Collective marks. And again, you can see the Bisleri example is there. Tata example is there. Coca-Cola, Intel, Google. These are all are registered trademarks. Okay, the companies have registered them. Nobody can misuse them. Nobody can use them. Nobody can distort them. If they do, then the companies can take a legal action. Fine. Now, yes. So your trademark must be what? Distinctive, or you can say it should be distinguishable from others. It must not be descriptive. You are not writing your features there. Okay, it must not be descriptive. It must not be deceptively similar to none or well-known marks. Okay, means already there is a trademark existing, Adidas. If you want Abibas, this is kind of distortion, kind of deception. So don't do this ever. Okay, you can have a different or distinctive trademark. Avoid what? Geographical indication. I will tell you later what is that. Deities, national leaders, heroes, symbols, and laudatory words. These things you should avoid while you are having a trademark. Next, how to indicate a trademark? Whenever you file an application for your company name or your trade name, you will file it as TM. Okay, you will get with your name TM. Yeah, like ABC laptops, you will get the TM mark the day you file in the application in the office. But when you will get registration, we will scrutinize the application. We will check whether such name is existing or not. If not, you will get R mark. That is, your trademark is registered. And you can find a lot of products in your home and you can check TM and R mark is there. R means registered. Geographical indication. Geographical indication means the specialty of some geographical location. Basmati rice, Darjeeling tea, Kanchipuram silk, Alfonso mango, Ratnagiri, Nagpur orange, Kolhapuri chappal, Bikaneri bhujia. Always whenever we are taking these names, what is happening? We are specifying a place because that is the specialty of that place. Goa, cashew and fanny, or you can say Goan khaje. So these are examples of what? Geographical location. The specialty of geographical location. A geographical location is a sign used on goods that have a specific geographical origin, because they cannot exist anywhere. They are existing in that area only. And that's why they go to Government of India and they will say, sir, we want to register our product or our art. So because this is kind of, you can say, restricted to us only. Nobody else is doing this anywhere in the country. So please register our product. Please register our crop or whatever the produce is. So they get the registration for geographical indication like that. And geographical indication is a name or sign used on certain products which corresponds to a specific geographical location or origin, like Chanderi Sari. Okay. Such goods enjoy an advantage over competing goods solely because of their geographical origin. Now, if you will find Kolhapur jaggery is there and you will find normal jaggery, you will always purchase Kolhapur jaggery because that is having some distinct, you can say, it might be in the taste or whatever, the feel of the feel that you get or the taste you are getting. So that is the difference. Whenever you purchase a GI registered product, you will be having, you can say you will be having an assurance in your mind that I am buying a right product. Fine. So Darjeeling tea was the first GI tag was the first tea, you can say, having a GI tag. 2004 it was registered. Makarana marbles, Kanchipuram silk, Ratlami seo. Ratlam is a place in MP. So these are, you can say, the examples: Rajasthan Katputlis, Bagh prints of Madhya Pradesh, Bengal, Pata Chitra, then Warli painting, Vidri bear or Cherial painting. Or these are what example of geographical locations having some speciality associated with them. Maghai Pan, Kashmir saffron, Shah Lichi of Bihar, Kurg orange. All these are examples of geographical indications. Yes. Now I will show you a video. You can see what are the geographical indications in detail. Yes.
चिंदी चोर के साथ घमासान के बाद अब आईपी नानी बिजी हो गई अपनी पोती की शादी की तैयारियों में। संगीत वाले दिन जब छोटू उनसे मिला तो
वाओ नानी, आप तो बिल्कुल छाए हुए हो। आपके सामने तो मधुबाला को भी कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाए।
ओए, मस्का लगाना बंद कर। ये बता तुझे क्या चाहिए?
नानी, आपने तो मेरा दिल ही तोड़ दिया। क्या एक प्यारा सा लाडला सा बच्चा अपने नानी को कॉम्प्लीमेंट भी नहीं दे सकता?
अच्छा चल, एक्सेप्ट किया तेरा कॉम्प्लीमेंट। अब बता तुझे क्या चाहिए?
मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बस आपकी हाथ की वो स्पेशल वाली चाय पीनी है।
बस इतनी सी बात के लिए इतना बड़ा मस्का?
मस्का नहीं नानी, आप आज सचमुच बहुत ही रॉकिंग लग रही हो। ये साड़ी आप पर बहुत ही अच्छी लग रही है।
अरे ये तो स्पेशल लखनवी चिकनकारी है। लखनवी चिकनकारी पूरी दुनिया में मशहूर है। ये अपनी खूबसूरत और बारीक एम्ब्रॉयडरी के काम के लिए फेमस है। लेकिन पता है इसकी सबसे बड़ी खासियत क्या है?
क्या है?
ये एक रजिस्टर्ड जीआई है।
जीआई? वो क्या होता है नानी?
जीआई का मतलब होता है जियोग्राफिकल इंडिकेशंस, हिंदी में जिसे भौगोलिक उपदर्शन कहते हैं। ये किसी समुदाय का बौद्धिक अधिकार है, वो विरासत जिन्हें प्रोटेक्ट और एनकरेज करने की बहुत आवश्यकता है। मुख्यतः इन टाइप्स में रजिस्टर्ड होती है: नेचुरल गुड्स, मैन्युफैक्चर्ड गुड्स, टेक्सटाइल्स, हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स, फूड स्टफ।
अच्छा।
चल अब ना किचन में चलते हैं और गर्मा गर्म चाय बनाते हैं।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
किचन की ओर जाते हुए नानी ने छोटू को अपना देश घुमा दिया।
छोटू,
जी नानी।
ये देख, ये पेंटिंग देख। ये एक मधुबनी पेंटिंग है, बिहार की, और ये है हिमाचल की कांगड़ा पेंटिंग। तेरे नानू को देश की कला और संस्कृति से जुड़ी हुई चीजों को इकट्ठा करने का बहुत शौक है।
अच्छा।
ये कठपुतलियाँ देख रहा है?
हाँ।
ये राजस्थान की हैं। इसी तरह छत्तीसगढ़ से बस्तर ढोकरा, आंध्र प्रदेश से तिरुपति लड्डू, असम से मूगा सिल्क, नागालैंड से नागा मिर्च और मध्य प्रदेश के बाघ प्रिंट, ये सब रजिस्टर्ड जीआईज हैं।
ओके।
ये हमारे देश की कला और संस्कृति का प्रतीक हैं। हमारे देश में हुनर और कला का इतना भंडार है कि अभी से ही 300 से ज्यादा रजिस्टर्ड जीआईज हैं।
वाह नानी।
चल अब तू चाय बनाने में मेरी मदद कर। एक बर्तन में पानी ले और उबालने के लिए रख।
यस बॉस।
पता है छोटू, तुझे मेरे हाथ की चाय इतनी पसंद क्यों है?
क्यों है नानी?
क्योंकि ये स्पेशल दार्जिलिंग की चाय है। ये देश की सबसे पहली रजिस्टर्ड जीआई है, जो 2004 में रजिस्टर्ड हुई थी।
लेकिन नानी एक बात बताओ, इन जीआई से फायदा क्या होता है?
देखो छोटू, ज्यादातर जीआईज गांव के समुदाय के होते हैं। इनसे कारीगरों, बुनकरों, किसानों की आमदनी बढ़ती है। उनको अपनी मेहनत का सही दाम मिलता है और उन वस्तुओं की डिमांड भी बढ़ती है। साथ साथ खरीदने वालों को भी विश्वास हो जाता है कि वो एक जेन्युइन चीज खरीद रहे हैं।
ओह, वैसे नानी मुझे एक आइडिया आया है।
अरे वाह छोटू, तेरे को आइडिया?
यस नानी, अगले महीने फॉरेन से मेरे कुछ दोस्त आ रहे हैं। क्यों ना मैं उन्हें हमारे देश के कुछ सुंदर जीआई प्रोडक्ट्स गिफ्ट में दूं?
ये तो बहुत ही अच्छा आइडिया है छोटू। उन्हें ये चीजें जरूर पसंद आएंगी और हमारे देश की कला का नाम भी होगा।
देखा नानी, आपकी संगत में मैं कितना इंटेलिजेंट हो गया हूँ।
हाँ भाई, ये बात तो है।
और इस तरह एक बार फिर आईपी नानी ने आईपीआर का झंडा ऊंचा लहरा दिया।
Now we are moving to SICLDs, Semiconductor Integrated Circuit Layout Design. Now, since I have already discussed about it, that basically different products have different IC layouts. So what happens? The placing of components like transistors, inductor, resistor, this will vary, and that's why the functioning of that product will vary. So different companies will register their integrated circuit layout design, and you can see there are a lot of applications for that. Satellite communication, or you can say you are using a smart tablet, or this you can say any kind of circuitry is there, or you can say that there is an ECG machine you are using. So all these things, what they are having a layout of their ICs, and that's how the different layouts work differently. The companies register their different layouts. So there might be different students from electronics, or you can say background that might be working with these electronic circuits. So whenever you are working on certain things that having a different layout, then kindly register your layout also. Okay, you are developing a new product. Okay, so you will get a patent. You are making a new design, you will get your design registered. You are opening a company for selling your product, you will get a trademark. Okay, you are having a different layout of IC design, register the SICLD. So these are the ways how a single you can say a single creation and a lot of intellectual property is hidden or associated with it. Patents, now the thing that the sir was talking about initially. So patent, we will move on. So patents are one of the oldest form of IP protection. The patent system started in 1700s, and aim of patent system is to encourage economic and technological development by rewarding intellectual creativity. Next, Patent is an intellectual property right relating to inventions. Inventions means you are inventing some new thing. Okay. Exclusive and monopoly right granted to the inventor by the government. When we talk of government, here in India, it is government of India. If you are applying, see, patent is always having a territorial jurisdiction. Means when you apply in India, you will get the rights in India. Whenever you apply outside India, say in US or Europe, so you will get the rights there. So it is territorial. It is valid within the boundaries of the government who is granting you the patent. So you can use your invention for a limited period of time of 10, 20 years. And thus, in those 20 years, you can prevent others from making, using, importing, or selling in exchange of full you are preventing others from making, using, importing, or selling. Okay. Now, what happens when you apply to the government, when you file your application to the government of India, okay, at any of our 4 offices, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, okay, and Delhi, then you will provide us the full disclosure of your invention. You will provide us the full detail, and I will show you what are the forms that are required. Okay, what are the forms and what details they must have. Now, what are the requirements of a patent? One is novelty. Your invention should be new. Inventive step means your invention should not be obvious. It is not that you make something new, but it is quite obvious. Can be made by a layman, or can be made by a technical person who is having the basic idea of knowledge. We say it as ordinary person can build the art. So if you are making something, then it should be novel, plus it should have inventive step, means it should have the non-obviousness. Okay, and it must have an industrial application. Okay, next. Discovery means what? Discovery means finding a new thing or property of a non-material or article that is already existing in nature, like discovery of America, or discovery of gravity, or discovery of plant cell by Robert Hooke. What are these examples? These are discovery. And invention has a difference. Invention means what? A new product, that is novelty, having a non-obviousness, that is inventive step, and that is having some what? Industrial application. Now, invention of telephone by Graham Bell, invention of light bulb by Thomas Alva Edison, and you can say invention of the computer by Charles Babbage. These are what are called as invention. Inventive step. This is the main, you can say, section that we deal with when we examine the patent. A feature of invention that involves technical advancement as compared to existing knowledge. Existing knowledge is existing knowledge. Now you are doing something above it. That is called as technical advancement. It should have economic significance. Okay. It should have technical advancement, and it should be non-obvious, having the inventive step. This was the first Indian patent. That's why I was saying that man, you can say human beings invent new things when they think they need it. So earlier there was a machine, okay, and that was rotating your pankha, your fan, and a patent was granted for that. An efficient pankha pulling machine. 1856, a civil engineer George Alfred Depenning of 7 Grant Lane, Calcutta, petitioned the government of India for grant of exclusive privileges for his invention. Nowadays, you don't need a pankha pulling machine. You can just press the switch, and it is, you can say, your fan is start rotating. So that is the technology. Though it is quite common that nowadays, but you will find some new technologies in this field later on. Various examples are there. Michael Jackson, there are many fans might be there, and you know the shoes of Michael Jackson were having a tilt, and that also got the patent. Okay, the manufacturer designed them such way that he was able to take a 45-degree, almost 45-degree angle tilt. Okay, because that was the invention hidden in his shoes, and it got patent in United States. It is shown, and you can see it later on. Patent application filing. Again, I will say form 1 is there. Your basic details of application, applicant. There is no fees required for that. Now form 2. This is your invention. Whenever you will file your invention, you will provide your all details in form 2. Form 2 will have your title, your background. What are the background arts already existing? Okay. What is the technology you are working upon? That is called as background of invention. Particular of drawings. If you are having some drawings associated with your invention, disclose them. Brief description of drawing. Describe your drawings. Brief description of invention. How your invention is happening. What you are doing inside it. You should always list your essential features. You should notify your features in that. You should give a complete disclosure so that we can understand. Okay. And then there is something called as claims. You will pick the important features out of your description and you will list them. This is called as claims. There is abstract. You all know what is abstract, and drawings. And fees is not required. If there are more than 30 pages, then the extra payment of fee per page is required. And if you are going beyond 10 claims, then you need extra payment of, you need to pay extra for each claim. Now there is a form 3. If you are filing the same invention outside India, then you should give the details, and it is called as form 3. Suppose you are applying in US or Europe or Canada or China or wherever. So what you will do, you will provide the details in the form 3. Sir, I am applying this here, this date. Okay. There is already a format is there. You will just fill the detail. Form 5, you are giving the declaration as to inventorship. Form 18, request for examination, and it should be filed within 48 months from the earliest priority date or the filing date if not filed. Okay. So form 18 is the process. It is the point where your examination will start. We will start scrutinizing your application when you will file form 18, and it should be filed within the 48 months from the earliest priority date. Let us say you are filing in India your application today. Okay, Indian Patent Office, you are filing an application today. So what will happen? This is your filing date. Now within 48 months, you should file for request for examination. And once you file request for examination, your application will come under the queue for the request for examination, and we can now proceed for examination. The office will provide you the report. Now you can say that how many fees is required. So it is quite nominal for a natural person, means some students are there, or a startup is there, or a small entity is there, or educational institute. This is the, you can say, an advantage by Government of India to all the, you can say, educational institute also, that the fees is quite less. For form 1 you need 1600, and form 18 4000. 5600 you can file your patent. If you are a company, then you need to file more, you need to pay more. It is 28,000. And these fees and all the things will change as per the patent rules 2003. Okay, they are the rules and act, because the world is dynamic, the things will change. Even you can say the technologies are changing, so the rules and the act, they will also change. So they change according to the needs. Okay, so that way the fees may also change, and you need to pay that fee. So I will again say that the 5600 is very less amount. It is not very much amount. So you can file your patents at just 5600 rupees. Now there are two processes. You can file either your application offline. So online filing, you need to pay less. So people prefer online filing nowadays. So online filing also there, and offline filing also there. This is our portal where you can file your application, online filing. Now there is a advantage called as expedited examination. Expedited examination means you will get your report earlier. Okay. What happens when you will file normally? Your application will be in a queue. Once you file request for examination, your application will be in a queue. But whenever you want your examination process to be fast, you can file this expedited examination. It is a facility provided to startups, a small entity. And suppose 5 students from an institute are filing a patent. If there is one female applicant, then also you can get this advantage. Department of the government and other government establishment. India has IISER, IPA in a PCT, or an agreement between Indian Patent Office and a foreign patent office. And all these categories, they can get their report faster than others. How we process our application? There are 3 ways: PCT, convention, and ordinary. I will tell you the ordinary part first, and then I will give you a brief on PCT. So ordinary, suppose you are filing today and you are not ready with your complete invention. You are having a mind map. Yes, I will do this. I will add this feature, this feature. So what you can do, you can file a provisional specification. Whatever you are ready with, file that. And in 12 months, you can update it. This is called as complete specification. Okay. Now your application will be published after the expiry of 18 months. Then it will come under examination. Once you file the request for examination, what happens? We will scrutinize your application. We will check the three features: novelty, inventive or the non-obviousness. Third is industrial application part. We will check the three things and we will provide the report to our senior. The senior will send you a report. The senior is the controller of patents and design. Okay, he will send you the first examination report. Now you have 6 months plus 3 months extendable. Within 9 months, you can submit the reply. Again, we will do examination on your reply. We will check whether now you are satisfying the novelty, inventive step and other criteria and the industrial applicability criteria. If yes, you will get a grant. If no, then you will be provided a hearing. We will provide a report to you. On the basis of that report, we will issue a hearing to you. In the hearing, your case will be decided whether grant or refuse or reject. So that is the way you are getting a quite because when we work upon some project, we don't get an idea that it is complete or not. Can we add more features? So here is the advantage of 12 months provisional to complete. You can update your specification a number of times within those 12 months. Within those 12 months, you can update your application number of times. So that is the way: ordinary, provisional, complete, then publication, examination. First examination report provided to you. You will reply. Okay, you will reply. We will observe your clarifications, your arguments. Then you will check. Okay, it is fine. You will get a grant. If not, then we will again provide a report to you and we will do hearing. Okay, and under hearing, it will be decided whether it will be granted or rejected. Now there is two other you can say ways of filing the application. One is PCT. PCT is a kind of, you can say, global platform where you will file your application in WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, and from there you can enter into a number of countries. You also get some advantages of that. Okay, and again, the conventional countries means if you are filing in some US or say Australia or whatever. So those if you file a conventional application, you have 12 months from that date to file in India. That is advantage. From PCT, you will have 31 months from the date of priority. Suppose you are filing in Australia now, and if you want to file in India, so you will have 12 months and you can claim that priority. That is the advantage. And if you are filing through PCT, that advantage will be of 31 months. So you get the advantage of priority whenever you enter through these routes. Okay. If you are filing ordinary, then it is the process already explained. Next. Screening and classification. We always check that your application should not relate to if your application is relating to atomic energy or not. If your application is relating to atomic energy, you will send it to Atomic Energy Department of India. If it is relating to defense, you will send to DRDO. They will scrutinize your application, and when they give NOC, yes, it is okay. You can go for the examination of you can decide the case. Then we can consider your case. Otherwise, what will happen if it relates to atomic energy and defense and they object, then the process will be further prosecution will be stopped. So this is the way we always check whether your application is not a threat to atomic energy or defense of India. Next. Now, these are the things that we check in examination. What we check, what you need to have. Formal examination means your fees, your details, address for surveys, all the things. Technical examination. Technical examination, three things. Novelty, whether invention is novel or not. It should be non-obvious, that is having an inventive step. Third is industrial applicability. We check these three things in technical examination. We will provide you first examination report. You will provide us the reply. If reply is okay, you will get your product. You will get your patent granted. Otherwise, what will happen? We will issue a hearing to you, and in the hearing, we will decide whether the case will be granted or refused. This is the process. Technical examination, how we do? We understand your invention. We go through the complete specification. We understand your drawings. We identify the main features in your claims, and that's how we examine. We check your application with other databases. We have search engines. We also use various search databases of other countries that are that we have the access. So all these database we check, and then after we provide a report to you. Okay. In the report, we will check your novelty and inventive step with respect to the already existing inventions, the citations, and we will provide a detailed examination report to you. So this is a novelty and inventive step difference that some people might be having some confusion in this. So we will clear it also. See, novelty means what? Something is different. Fine, this is novel. But the non-obviousness means the invention, the features of your invention should not be obvious to the skilled person. A skilled person means some person having that knowledge in that field. Some person having the basic knowledge in that field should not, your invention should not be obvious to that skilled person. So that is called as inventive step. A lot of people have a you can say confusion in the novelty inventive step. Novelty is something called as new, but when we talk of inventive step, we are talking of non-obviousness. It should not be obvious. Okay, obvious means yes, somebody if the ordinary skilled person in the art can do it, it should not be like that. The ordinary person, the ordinary skilled person should not be able to do that. Okay, it should be something of that level. That is the difference between this novelty and inventive step. Now again, provisional to complete specification. I told you, when you move from provisional to complete specification, you can update your specification within these 12 months a number of times. From your filing date or the earliest priority date, you have 48 months for the request for examination. You will get a reply from us within 6 months. You will file a reply to our report within 6 months, or you can extend for 3 months also. You will get 9 months for the reply. Then there is Form 3. You have 6 months. You should provide the foreign filing details, whether you are filing similar invention outside India or not. Form 5 is there. You should file within 1 month. Then there are some other facts like withdrawal of application if you want to withdraw. Hearing submission. After hearing, you have to submit your reply within 15 days. Pre-grant and post-grant opposition. If you are thinking that somebody is copying your invention or something like that, you can file these oppositions depending on the case-to-case basis. You can file these oppositions. Now again, you can say the term of protection has been discussed here. Patent Act. In the Patent Act, as per the Patent Act, you will get 20 years for your, you can say, the term of your patent. Trademarks, it is 10 years and renewable. Design, it is 10 years plus extendable 5 years. Geographical indication, 10 years plus renewable forever. Copyright, optional lifetime of author plus 60 years. Plant protection, compulsory 15 to 18 years. ICs, integrated circuits, you will get compulsory 10 years. This is the way you get the protection when you register your intellectual property right. Career opportunities, government job. What is the career opportunities in our office? So examiner of patents and designs. I am working on the post of examiner of patents and designs. So this is the opportunity. Or another opportunity is examiner of trademark and GI, examiner of copyright. Then there are some, you can say, other exams that are conducted by our office, like patent agent, trademark agent, and other exams. So there is a career opportunity. And if somebody asks in doubt session, so I will also explain how to write for the exam of examiner of patents and designs. Next, there is a training institute. If you want to do more training related to IPR, intellectual property rights, then you can contact our training center. This is the place where we all officers get trained. This is in Nagpur, RG NIIPM. Quiz is there for you. Now you can unmute yourself and you can just tell me what are the IPs that are involved in the figures that are you are seeing. Can you please answer the questions? You can unmute yourself.
First is logo design is, I think,
Yes.
trademark. Yeah, because it's a design, it's a logo, so no one can.
Yes,
I think
it is a logo, correct. So it is
So-
it comes under trademark. Fine.
And I think design is also Apple Apple design
Yes,
is also design.
design also there because there is a land dimensions are there for the product.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Design is also there.
Yeah, last
If
one,
you-
I think. I don't know.
Yes. And if you think about the electronic circuitry that is involved inside this product, it will go for patent. The LED display or you can say the electronic components that are inside it. So they will come under the patent. The body of the laptop will come under design. The Apple sign will come under trademark. There will be a user manual for this laptop. It will come under copyright. And there is a layout of IC, which will come under SICL design. Now the next quiz is there for you. You can see the first figure and you can identify which type of intellectual property it is.
First one is, I think,
Copyright.
yeah, copyright.
Correct
Yeah.
answer. Copyright. Correct. Because it is a painting, it is a famous painting. Somebody can name it also.
Yeah.
Yes, you can search it on. You will find it somewhere. I should not tell. This is quite
Mona
famous
Lisa,
painting.
I say.
Yeah, correct answer. Second is second. How many
Design.
IPs are there? Okay, fine.
Sketchel. This is a sketchel of something. Shiva. I don't know.
Yes, actually, when you are putting this image in the quiz, you are also having this confusion that what it should be. So if we see it as a like a sculpture, so it will fall under, you can say, copyright. But when you will see what do we say, if we are seeing it as a picture, then also it will fall under copyright. So people can see it as a picture or a sculpture. That was the confusion people were having when we were putting this image for the quiz. So it will come under copyright. Third one is
Design.
okay. We can have design.
Trademark.
And trademark is there. The Apple sign with a cut. Fine.
There is battery. I don't know.
Yes, if there is some electronic circuitry involved, we can say it is there is something there may be something that may relate to patent. The fourth one
is trademark, I think, Bisleri.
correct. And the fifth one
Design.
This is also.
yes, somebody said design.
It's a trade. So it's trademark. A trademark, secret, something.
And next trademark plus somebody also said design. So both are true here.
Bottle shape and
Yeah.
design.
Yes, correct. Bottle shape and the name, the brand name Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Now there is another quiz for you. Which type of IP protects the painting painted by artist? Some artist has made
Copyright.
some painting. Copyright.
Copyright.
Correct. Very good. Next is some fashion designer is creating some intellectual property. So it will come
Registered
under
design.
registered design. Quite nice. There is some advancement in the disc brake for bike developed by some inventors. It will fall under which category?
Patent.
Patent. Correct answer. Which of these following is a geographical indication?
Paithani sari.
Sorry,
Paithani
something.
sari.
Yeah.
Correct. Paithani is the region in Maharashtra and the sari are famous from that region. So that is a geographical speciality. Now, what does a trademark protect? An invention, a work of art, logo names and brand, look, shape and feel of a product, or a secret formula?
Logos, names, and brands.
Fine. How long do patents usually last
20
for?
years.
20.
20 years. Fine. If you are writing a story and you have the right to decide that who can make and sell copies of your work, it will fall under which category?
Copyright.
Copyright. You know, there was a movie All Is Well, and that was written on the novel of Chetan Bhagat. So I think they might be having some agreement with the Chetan Bhagat, Mr. Chetan Bhagat, that sir, we are using your content or we are using this part of your book for our movie. So that is how the copyright owner has the advantage. Nobody can use their content without their permission. So the filmmaker and the novelist might be having some agreement between them, and they can have agreement. They can have agreement based upon royalty, whatever it is. So they can have an agreement, and the owner can provide the permission to the person who is using his intellectual property. A cricketer is there, and he wants to set up his company. to sell his own range of clothes. Which type of intellectual property it is associated with?
Registered design. Oh, sorry.
Now this is tricky. Next.
Trademark.
Trademark.
Trademark. So the first answer was registered design. I will just say why it is not registered design. It is not registered design because we are not talking about the outer appearance of an object. We are not talking about the pattern. We are not talking about the shape, size, configuration. So that's why we are just talking about the company to sell the clothes. Okay.
So,
And if you find the clothes, you can have all the things. You can have design also on that, but we are talking about the company name. So here the answer will be trademarks. If you talk about the patterns on the clothes, then it may go under design. There is some company and that company is improving its main product. Okay. So what type of intellectual property they can use to stop others from copying their invention?
patent.
Patent, correct. Because we are talking about technology. And whenever we talk about technology, we are doing what? We are talking about improvement, the technical improvement, the technical advancement. The patent, when we talk about, we have novelty, we have inventive step, and inventive step is non-obviousness. It should not be obvious to the ordinary person skilled in the art. It should have that technical advancement. Okay, so if we are talking about technical advancement, answer is patent. And the content details for training already shared with you, and you can note down, or I will also share the slide with sir. Now there is a video for you. You can relate that intellectual property is related to you whole the day you are awake, and even if you are sleeping, intellectual property is associated with you. Just see the video. In this video, I just want to stop at one place that that mobile phone. Just you see this image, you will find that patents for the technology used in the phone, the person will get the patent, and for the logo on the phone, they will get the trademark. For the songs in the phone, or there is a user manual for the phone, they will get the copyright. And for the design, the look and the feel of the product, they will get that design registered. So this is how intellectual properties are associated with a single, you can say, creation. Next. if you have any questions, you can ask. That's all from my side. Yes.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Ah.
You can unmute and ask.
Yeah. So you said that patents are boundary limited, so they can be granted only in one country. So what about the other country person if he or she or if they does the same thing, because my invention is not patented in other country and he is earning more than me. So in that case, what would be the things we should do?
Somebody is misusing your product somewhere else, you are saying,
It's not
or earning
misusing,
commercially.
because
Yes,
it's not
commercially.
it's not like yeah, patented in other country, as you said that patents are country
Territorial.
specific. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what should we do in that case?
But in that case, one thing can happen, that if that some other country has some way for some opposition or kind of thing, like India, you have a post grant opposition. If somebody is infringing your content in India, so you have a post grant opposition, and you can file that within 1 year of the grant of patent. And but in some other countries, if they have some process, so you can go through that process. If there is no process, then there is no remedy for that. And what can happen, that somebody files your content at some other country. So if the other office, while examining your application, while examining that application, they find your document as a citation, then they can cite it. Otherwise, if there is a procedure, so you can go through that procedure. Otherwise, there is no remedy for that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So I guess we have time for one more question.
Yeah. So can I ask?
Yes.
Yes, please.
So this was a very nice presentation. Okay, thank you. So
Yes,
I
sir.
have a specific question. That the question is like that. Let's say there are some technologies which we are using, and we know that what is the technology behind. Like, let's say if we take a air cooler. Okay.
Yes.
So this is a very simple kind of mechanism where you have some fan and some water is like some pump is there, water is falling, and then the air is passed through the water, so it gives you cool air. Now my question is two questions are there. One is, let's say somebody easily understands that this fact, and this is somebody can buy all this stuff and can assemble it and can sell the product.
Yes.
So is it any kind of violation?
Yes, sir. Actually, it comes under mere arrangement or rearrangement of things. If somebody is doing arrangement of things to create a new product, so it will fall under section 3. You can refer section 3F of the Patent Act, and you will find that mere arrangement and rearrangement is not patentable.
No, I am saying that he is not going for patenting.
Yes.
Let's say there are local vendors who can make fan, right?
Yes.
Let's say ceiling fan. Somebody,
Yes.
some electrical mechanic can easily make electrical fans, and they
Fine.
also do it locally. Now, let's say this guy decides to make a sell it through his company without even patenting or protecting it. Is it any kind of violation?
Means you are saying that somebody means a local vendor using the technology of other person.
This is kind of open source knowledge, so you know that how a fan works.
Yes. Somebody is openly. You can say somebody is creating his own fan, like of thing. They are doing mere arrangement and rearrangement because on their own basis, like.
Right.
So, sir, actually, it depends. If they are using the technology of another company, and the company is not putting focus, because in this case, what happens that when there is a violation, so the company should have some checks on such violation. whether somebody is violating their patented products or not.
There is no such specific company, right? My question is like, let's say if you take a computer.
Shantanu, if you have any specific question, I think you can email us, email either to us at iice@icerb.ac.in.
Yes, sir, we can. I think
or
we can.
you can email to
query right now only.
agent.ipo@gov.in.
Yes.
Uh,
Mr. Udip, we can just solve this query. This is little bit. Yes.
Yeah.
Can we handle this query only? Is there
Yeah,
time
sure,
limit?
sure.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir. You were saying something where the voice is not there now.
Well, I think Shantanu may email to you. And yeah, I think it was really nice to talk to you. And it was a really very interactive session. And I would like to thank Mr. Arpit once again to give such a nice talk. It was really amazing. I'm sure it will help new entrepreneurs and startups to get idea about the IPR. And hopefully there will be a lot of patents coming out of with some new startups and young entrepreneurs from IISER Bhopal and all the audience and the institutes who are actually attending that. I would also like to thank Dr. Amjad Hussain, ICE Innovation Fellows, ICE team, and IISER Bhopal to organize and be part of this wonderful event. Also, I would like to thank all the participants. No event is successful without the participation of the events. You can subscribe us on our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter at IICE for the updates. We will keep you updated with the upcoming events. Thank you all. Thanks again. See you soon for the next event. And you can email if you have more questions. You can email us to iice@icerb.ac.in, or you may also email to ajan.ipo@gov.in. Thanks again. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for being the part of this session.